Hi folks, and welcome to an episode of Train Simulator. Today we are in York on the East Coast Main Line. Now this train is Class 47252. We're going to run a service from York to Northallerton. Hello driver, first things first, that's to load/unload your passengers at York by pressing the T key. As soon as that's done, wait for the clock to show 10:26 and depart for Thirsk, where you should aim to arrive at 10:47. So, it's going to be an easy one. Apparently the episode should only take about half an hour. But we'll start with opening the doors. We'll get inside this nice Class 47. Pretty basic inside, but it is an old train. The modelling's not too bad, although I've got to admit there is better out there. So we'll have a look around the train. First class at the back. Posh. I gotta admit, I do like York Station. It's nice, big, and today it's very modern today. Looks so much different to what it is now to what it was back then, no? That's for sure. Let me know if you're from York. Give me a thumbs up if you're from York. Sadly, I am not. I will admit with you. I am actually from the other side of England. I was born up in Cumbria. But it was very nice in Cumbria. So the doors are closed, and it's now 10:26. So we'll start getting going. Headlights would be a good idea, wouldn't it? So I'll get the wipers on as well, so we can see where we're going. So let me know what you think, the Class 47. Now the Class 47s were around maybe 70s, 80s, I'm not exactly sure. And just as you see, just approaching York Station, is a very nice Intercity 125, also known as a Class 43, or also known as a HST. I gotta admit, for the 40 years the HSTs have been in service, they've done real well. And they're still nice looking. Oh god, I admit, they're beautiful trains. Beautiful locomotives. Let me know what you think. What do you think of the Class 47? What do you think of the HST? And what do you think of the HST's replacement? Ooh. Oops, I'm speeding. Oh no, 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 no. Don't speed. Don't speed. No. Slow down. Whoops. I wasn't paying attention. My fault, folks. Sorry about that. Probably shouting at your monitors. Shouting at your screens. You're speeding. So, York, also home to the National Railway Museum. If you've been to the National Railway Museum, let me put your thumbs up. What do you think of it? What's your comments? I haven't been yet, although it is on my list to go. I do intend to go at some stage, and I hope to go soon, in fact. But let me know what you thought of it. Was it what you thought it was? Was it worth going? Was it worth the money that you spent to go? Let me know. What do you think? It'd be nice to see what you all think of that. I'll give it an outside view. And to think this is what York used to look like. Now it's completely changed. There is a modern version of this route created courtesy by Just Trains. You can get it on their website. And it is a more modern version. And it takes this route and it takes the East Coast Main Line and it actually just modernises it fully. It modernises it into the 21st century, allowing you to see what it actually looks like today. and it comes with some of the landmarks, and it also comes with a model of the National Railway Museum, which I gotta admit does look good. But I've decided to come to the old style, old British Rail days, and this is it. The old British Rail days, the old British Rail livery here on its Class 47s, carrying a series of Mark II coaches, or Mark III. Tell you what, I'm not exactly sure. I'm probably wrong. Probably is Mark III. Let me know what it is. I think it's a Mark II, I thought, but it could be. I'm probably completely wrong. No, my luck. So let me know. Please let me know, because I've probably just gone wrong, and you're all probably shouting at the screens now. It's not that. It's something else. So let me know if I do make a mistake. Ooh. So, again, I've never actually visited York, and I've never been to the National Railway Museum, but I would love to go. I really would. But again, what do you think of it all? And if you're from York, put a thumbs up. Why not, eh? So, the Class 47 is, in fact, this is still around even to this day. You still get more modern locomotives. You get what a lot of people call the body snatcher, which I think is a Class 55. You've got the new, more modern trains, which I hear is like a bit of a fire. It's the Class 68, which personally I quite like the look of. And I gotta admit, I do like the look of the Class 68. Again, what do you think? Because in due time, locomotives like this very nice Class 47 will be a thing of the past. Because, as anything, the railways have to modernise. So, what do you think? Are we right to modernise? Are we modernising too fast, do you think, for locomotives like this Class 47? Let me know. Be nice to know what you personally think. Ooh, speed limit 50 coming up. That'd be good. Go 50 miles per hour, much faster. Ooh, I like speed. I've got to admit, I do like speed. Let me know what you think of Train Simulator. Now, I know a lot of people are upset with Train Simulator because effectively all they do, and they do it every year, is you get TS 2012 and then they go to TS 2013, and there's very little difference. Very, very little difference. We're now on the incarnation of the TS 2017. We're now on. I understand a lot of people's anger. Yeah, we haven't modernised, and maybe we're wrong. Maybe the developers are wrong. Nothing has changed in the updates. The main change is the name. You don't really get much of a change, and that is granted. You don't get much of a change in this game. Which is a shame. Ooh, look, first class view, B. But so I can understand a lot of people's anger to this game, and I don't blame you on that. And you're completely right to be angry, or to be annoyed, or at least, in my aspect, disappointed. To know they've done nothing with the game. There's very little changes between the TS 2016 and TS 2017. Very little changes, which in itself is a shame. So, fair enough. However, you gotta remember though, the developers Dovetail Games are also now bringing out the next generation of Train Simulator. Now, I haven't played that yet, but if you are playing that, or have played it, Let me know what you think of it, please. It would be amazing to see what you all think. I want to understand your thoughts. Forget us. I'm just recording this for you. For your entertainment purposes. So, what do you think of the next generation of Train Simulator? Is it worth it? Do you think that's the answer we were waiting for from this game? Please, please, please let me know what you think. Because it would be amazing to know. I've got to admit, I hope that the changes... Sorry about that, folks. I hope that the changes they're making is worth it. I really do. But I'm just not sure anymore, folks. So I'm going to turn the mic off and let you enjoy the ride for a short while. Hey folks, I'm back. So we're now about 10 minutes from Thirsk on our route to Northallerton. What do you think of the train? Please comment. Like if you're liking it. And feel free to follow as well. But always remember to put a thumbs up. So we'll almost be at Thirsk in about 10 minutes time. Certainly getting there, folks. On a pretty short run today. What do you think of this route? Do you like the East Coast Main Line? And I mean the older, the original, which is the British Rail days of the 1980s. What do you think? Do you like it? And if you've got the more modern version from Just Trains, what do you think of that? Do you like that? Do you like what they've done? Gotta admit, I do quite like the more modern version. But I gotta admit, I'm a more modern kind of person. I do like my modern days. However, I don't mind going to an old British Rail days. I don't mind that. Don't mind that at all. What do you think of the days of the British Rail? What do you think of the British Rail network? And of course, what do you think of the dreaded Beecham cuts that was made to the British Rail network? I gotta admit, I do remember someone once saying to me, the British Railways had a golden age before Beecham got his grubby paws on it. And maybe that's true. Or maybe it's not. What do you think of Beecham? What do you think of the cuts that Beecham made? Be nice to know that as well. But I would love to hear your point of view. It's always nice and well to hear mine or other people's who record these games for your entertainment. It's nice and it's all nice, you know, to hear their opinions, but what are yours? What are your opinions? I would love to know what your opinions are. I don't understand that sound part, but it's horrible, I've got to admit. But again, what I was saying, what do you think of the Beecham? What do you think of the cuts he made? Because I really do want to hear your point of view. I want to understand your side of this. What are your thoughts? Do you think Beecham was right to make the cuts he did? Or do you think he was wrong? And of course, anything you do say, I will remember that it is of your personal opinion. And whatever I may think of Beecham is, again, just my opinion. I don't mean any offence to anybody by saying some of the cuts that Beecham made, I think, may have been in the best interest of the railway. But then I think there was also cuts that obviously are a bit stupid and he should never have made. But what do you think? Now, I know this is going to be a kind of a longish video. I know I've been recording with you guys for about 21 minutes at the current time. But again, on Beecham, there was a lot of cuts that Beecham made. Now, luckily for us, the East Coast Main Line did not suffer. We all know it still stands today and it was modernised. It's now completely electrified. All the way from Edinburgh Waverley Station all the way down to London. And at the current time, the current franchise is currently owned by Virgin and Stagecoach. Which, funny enough, is 95% Stagecoach and 5% Virgin. 90% actually, I think. It's in the 90s anyway, I know that much. But currently operated by Virgin East Coast. common to use also is that we all know that Virgin is also in control of the West Coast. What do you think? Do you think Virgin was right to take off the East Coast main line? Or do you think that the government was wrong to privatise it again? Do you think it should be kept in our hands, in the government hands, in the public hands? Should it have remained nationalised, the East Coast main line? At the end of the day, maybe it was making profit. Or is it better that it was privatised again? Maybe it was better for them to privatise again to bring investment onto the East Coast main line. Your choice, folks. What do you think? What do you think of the decision to renationalise, to reprivatise the East Coast main line, which handed it, of course, over to the rest to Virgin East Coast? Now, the Virgin East Coast service brings in, it's using, of course, HSTs and stuff, and of course that will soon be replaced by the brand new Class 800. Now, I did ask you earlier when we were over in York, what do you think of that? What do you think of the train? Maybe privatising it makes no difference. But we have got new trains coming. Are the trains worth it for the East Coast main line? Maybe. But the question or point I have to make on the Class 800 is, it's all nice because at some stage you need to replace the HSTs. They've been in service for 40 years and they have done exceptional service. But the HSTs are getting on. They need to start being replaced, and at the end of the day, HSTs are a bit of a fuel guzzler. They love the fuel. But they're now becoming outdated. And at some stage you do need to modernise. We can't keep in the old days. And we just can't. We have to modernise. And that's the way it is. The Class 800 is a replacement to the HSTs. Yes. But we've also a question we've got to ask ourselves, is it worth it? And my point to the Class 800 was, of course, it's all nice and well to replace the HSTs with the Class 800 series. But what's the point of that if we aren't prepared to operate them at their maximum speed for 140 miles per hour? If you're going to modernise the fleet of HSTs, then why don't we modernise our tracks to be able to increase the speed from 125 miles per hour to 140 miles per hour? A network will answer themselves. It would only require a small investment to allow us to go up to the speed of 140 miles per hour. What do you think? Seriously, what do you think on the Class 800? Do you think I've got a fair point to make on the Class 800 should operate at its maximum speed of 140 miles per hour? Or do you think we should only operate at 125 miles per hour? Or do you think that the Class 800 as a replacement to the HSTs is the wrong decision? Do you think that there's a train out there that we could have gone for which could be better as a replacement to the HSTs? And do you think this is the time to replace the HSTs? Now, I know I'm in a Class 47, I'm not in a HST, and we are talking about HSTs. Fair point. And, alright, maybe we've gone a little bit off the subject of the Class 47s. But as I said to the Class 47, they too will be replaced in due time. They're going to be new trains in the life to replace these. You've got the Class 60 now, and the Class 68. Oh, I've got the yellow coming up. Oh dear. So we'll just slow on our engine down. That's because we'll be approaching first shortly, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, we'll be approaching first. So I'm just going to slow us down a tiny bit. And I've got a flashing. Needs a reduction about there. Apparently about 82 miles per hour. Slow down again, folks. Bit of a yellow, bit of a single yellow now. We've now got to presume that the next signal is going to be a red signal. Tell you what, let's cheat. Let's do a single yellow. Still a single yellow, we're going to head in, see what we think. That stupid sound file they've added is pathetic. So folks, we're now arriving at Thirsk. Almost at our destination. Speed limit 30 coming up, so we'll just slow down. Slow down to 30 we will do. transfer first, ladies and gentlemen. Try and get as many carriages on as possible. Stop it there, folks. Doors are open. Let our passengers board, and then we'll head off. About 7 miles away. Got a train passing. Where is it? It's another Class 47 joining us on the fast track. It's an express service, obviously, to Newcastle. Your book departure time from here is 10:47. Do not leave before this time. Okie dokie. Loading. Not long, folks, and we can get our and then we can get going. That's it. 10:47. Let's get off. Horrible weather on the East Coast Main Line today on our quick service. It's very horrible weather. So on this conversation of train simulator, do you create your own routes? I bet some of yous do. If yous do, let me know. What kind of route are you making? Is it a route based in the United States? A route based in Germany maybe? Or France? Or even the United Kingdom? Where is your route based? And on that, oh, we're speeding. No, we're speeding. No. Slow down, quickly. Even if we are on a kind of a just a standard mission, we're not on Korea. But let's try and keep to the speed limit. But and also on routes, where would your favourite route be? If there could be a route on Train Simulator today, which one would it be? Which route would you be if you could have any route you wanted in Train Simulator? What route would it be? Would it be maybe the Cumbrian coastline, all the way from Carlisle to Barrow and Furness, or maybe even longer, do the Cumbrian coastline all the way from Carlisle to Carnforth via Barrow and Furness? Maybe you want that. Or maybe you want London Euston to Birmingham New Street. Or even Birmingham International. Or would you like another South West Trains route? Maybe from Exeter St David's to Basingstoke. Or something like that. What would your route be if you could have any route you wanted? What would it be? And please let me know. Don't hold back. Because I would love to know what kind of routes you're all liking and you all want to see happen in Train Simulator. Or if you've got, or if your favourite route is already on Train Simulator, what is it? Is it possibly the West Coast Main Line Overshot? The Portsmouth Direct Line? Or is it maybe an American one? Or even a German route? What is it? What is your favourite route? If it's not in Train Simulator, where would it be? What is the route you would like to see in Train Simulator? Or if that route is already in Train Sim, what is that route? I would love to know, folks, I really would. What kind of YouTubers do you go following? Do you follow people like Skrill? And I've got to admit, even I follow Skrill. Amazing recorder. Or do you cover people like the Moma? Which is the Moma 970, which is his YouTube. He has created some decent, and I've got to admit, I do quite like some of the videos he's created for Train Sim. Skrill, the home of simulation gaming. He's done some fantastic videos for this game. And he's even done some fantastic videos for games, for simulators like Euro Truck Simulator, Euro Truck Simulator 2, and America Truck Simulator. I think another one he's currently playing is My Summer Car. I've not played that game just yet, but let me know what you think of it. I will have links to the Moleman 978, and I will also have a link to Scribble for you to follow them. And it is a kind of call out to them for being some of my favourite YouTubers. So we're on our way to Northallerton, platform 2. Our ETA is 10:56, so about 5 more minutes, folks, of this video. I hope I haven't batted on a bit too long for you. Sorry folks, I'm speeding. That's it. Slow it down again now. Yeah, I hope I haven't batted on too long for you folks. And I hope you've enjoyed the video. I really do. It is my first attempt. It is my first video. I know there's plenty of videos on Train Sim, but I thought it was nice to bring back some nostalgic routes such as the East Coast Main Line. Some of the very original routes to Train Sim. Routes like this was the beginning of Train Sim for many people. This route is in particular my beginner's route. When Train Simulator first came out as Rail Simulator years ago when I was a child, this route was included along with the Western Main Lines, the Great Western Main Lines, from London, Paddington to Oxford via Reading and Didcot. And this route was my first true train simulator. And I did kind of enjoy Rail Simulator. And of course that turned into Railworks. And in turn, that in turn has now turned into what is now Train Simulator 2017. And believe me folks, there's not much difference. After I was similar to folks, I did have got to admit I came away from train sim. But my life started to grow up, and I had college, and then I had work. And I still have that today. Still work. That never changed. But I use times like games like this because I do find these games kind of relaxing. Do you? What's your thoughts? Do you find this game relaxing? Or do you not play it anymore because you're too annoyed with the fact that nothing has changed in many years of this game? Got a 50 mph speed limit coming up. Currently sailing at 72 miles per hour. Ooh, not bad at all. And there she is. Beautiful locomotive, she really is. An early diesel locomotive. The Class 47. Such a lovely train. She really is. What do you think about that? You think she's beautiful? Think she's nice, reliable? What's your personal thoughts? And you still see the Class 47 on many routes. Ooh, look, a Deltic of its passenger service. So we're almost there, folks. Now Fullerton's coming up. Slow down now. Ready for the 50. So there is not really an opening sequence for this channel. What do you think of the videos? What do you think about all the questions I've asked you? I know I asked lots of questions, but what do you think? What improvements do you think I could possibly make, maybe, to this channel? And is there certain requests you'd like? Maybe you want to see a certain train on a certain route, and if I have that train on this route, then I'll film it, not a problem. But I hope you've enjoyed this video, folks, I really do. Slowly approaching the station now, folks. Currently at 40 miles per hour. I'll cover some other games. I'll even cover some war games. I'll cover episodes from World of Warships. I'll cover more Train Sim. And I might even cover some Euro Truck Simulator 2. And maybe other war games such as Company of Heroes and Company of Heroes 2, which I may record. Only if you're interested. There's no point in me filming and uploading it if you're not interested in those bits, but if you've got a certain route on Train Sim, feel free to share which one you'd like. see. And if I've got it, I'll certainly do that for you. Steady 30 miles per hour in. A freight locomotive coming in as well. And that's it, folks. We're in North Ollerton. So it's been a long video, folks. But again, what I was saying about any improvements I can make, I'm happy to listen to suggestions. Of course, just don't be too harsh. Well done. Another driver will take over for the run to Middlesbrough, and you can take a well-earned break. Okay, folks? I will. So, that was it. Here was the route Spoon to Middlesbrough on the East Coast Main Line. Classing a Class 47 in the BR Blue. And of course I did speed 3 times. My fault, folks. It really is my fault. Me not paying attention to what I was doing. But what did you think, folks? But anyway, enjoy this lovely month we've got ahead. We're still in February of 2017, as it is now. Like and follow if you're like and subscribe if you're happy with my channel, if you like my channel. More likes I get, the more videos I can do for Train Simulator and maybe other games, other simulators and possibly war games. But that's the end of this episode, folks. Next episode we'll bring back for the next episode of Train Sim. I'm thinking of maybe an episode of the Western Main Lines from Train Simulator, from Just Trains. I was thinking of a route from maybe Exeter St Davis to Bristol Temple Meads. Or maybe something else. Let me know, folks, what you think. Keep smiling and have safe days. And enjoy everything that comes. Keep smiling, folks. Enjoy.